Alright, so today's power was speed, or not speed, combo. We already did speed. But yeah, so today's power was combo. This was also a challenge in terms of like the anatomy, and like the actual like posing, all that stuff. I kind of knew where I wanted this to go, even just like when I first thought of the power. I do wish I kind of made his legs feel a little more bent here. I think I could have done a better job at that. Maybe make him feel like he has a bit stronger of a stance. And I do kind of wish I had stayed with this more over exaggerated look. But the final product doesn't look horrible. It's just maybe not as it's maybe just not as artistic as I could have done. But again, I still think it's a decent like slice of action. Still a bit of fun. In terms of like the what the power would be, it would be every time that you successfully hit somebody without getting hit yourself, you would gain a boost to, your speed and strength, right? So it's a bunch of very fast hits, but then you have to, play around. If you do get hit, you go back to zero, right? Um, and so I think it's a very interesting thing. Like it rewards a lot more of a like how do I get a bunch of stuff off, before you enter, right? Like, or if you have a bunch of speed and strength all stored up, how do you like how do you make sure you keep it, right? I think it's a very it has a level of I guess tactility, like a very split second decision making that's required for it to be used effectively that I don't know, I think not every power necessarily has, right? Like something like fire is so straightforward that you couldn't really mess that up. But this has like it's a risk reward kind of thing, right? But yeah. So um the bad guy here is one of the characters that will be appearing in the series. I'm not 100% sure on his haircut. I thought back to learning how to draw day 4, I want to say. Um and I was looking back at that and I thought of the design and I was like, okay, we can run that back, right? So yeah, I ended up kind of modeling that. That and I just think out of all I don't know if y'all can hear it in my voice, but I am very Caucasian. I am very white. So unfortunately, that does mean that specifically black hairstyles is something I just don't have a lot of real life experience with. And I don't really have a reference for it. Which again, it's one of those things where I think that with a lot of my artistic stuff, I like push to be better in one way or another way, but then I forget that like, oh yeah, I also have to like be good at like this kind of stuff, like this kind of making sure that the stuff I'm picking to do is also just as challenging as like the actual like anatomy and stuff, right? It's not just doing the easy stuff over and over and over again, right? So typically, what I'm trying to do with these is I'm trying to at least add like one like harder part within each drawing, whether that be like having the background be a little more detailed, or maybe the posing's really dynamic, or maybe something like this where it's like maybe colors that I'm not super used to working with, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so that was kind of the rationale there. Um, in terms of the series, you'll never get to see the guy's power until the actual series comes out, and even then it'll be relatively further into it. But his name is Beyond, and it's short for the Man from Beyond Tomorrow, right? Like the Superman, Man from Tomorrow kind of thing, right? And his power is that well, I guess I'll wait. I'll wait for the series. I'll wait for the series, or maybe I'll make one of these drawing videos where I explain what it is, because it is very cool. It's very um I don't know. You'll notice which you'll notice while reading the occasionally overpowered, which is what the series will be dubbed. What you'll notice is that I like a lot of stuff. Like I like a lot of very different stuff. So the influences onto this work are very vast and numerous, right? And so I'm trying to I don't want to steal anything, but like very much there are a couple of things where I'll be listening to a song or I'll be watching a movie or a show or whatever, and I'll just think like yeah, I gotta fit that in there somewhere. Like that's cool, you know. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that there was a I don't know. I think that this the like the pigment, I guess is the best way to put it, like the actual skin tone. I don't know. I think I picked like a very because I think I tried to go very much opposite end of the spectrum because I normally only work with white people. So I think I kind of, you know, tried to really go to the other end, and I think it ended up working out fine. I think this was shaded relatively okay, maybe if not in the most detail possible, but you know, you live and you learn, right? That and I think the facial expression was, I mean, it works, but it just I don't know, it feels maybe just a little incomplete. It's just something secondary. The background was also relatively basic, which is another bit of a qualm that I had with this one. Um, yeah, no, I also couldn't really figure out how to exactly get a lot of these like marks to come out and look good. That was another problem that I had, but you know, we I ended up going with a little bit of red just because we had the blue and the yellow and the black and then the brown and like all we had all these different colors, and red is I would say against a lot of those colors. So you know, so yeah, regardless, thank y'all for watching. This was super fun to do. I'll make sure to try to upload consistently as I have been. But yeah, so thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next 2 days. See ya.